This video shows you how to do the second fillet textbook part, which is the one that's called ESS E0401. So the first thing you need to do is open it from my shared drive under the Inventor folder, and you'll find it under Fillets and Chamfer. And here it is, just this golden part. So this part has you doing different types of fillets, and it adds in what's called a chamfer, which is, instead of a rounded edge, it is call it an angled edge. I'm waiting for this to open. All right, here it is. So we're going to hit fillet up here to start. And the first fillet you're going to do is this rounded edge. And the important part here is that it will fillet this entire edge as one because it's all connected by the same lines. So you can change the distance to 0.25 and hit OK. Now we're going to create what's called a full round fillet. You saw this in the prior worksheet. If I hit fillet, this one here is the full round. What you'll notice is that it does matter what order you pick them in. So it goes side, then center, then side. So for this, it wants the round to go around this edge. So that means this surface is the center. So I'm going to pick one of the sides, then the center surface, and then the back side. And now you'll see it has this full round on the edge. The way it figures that out is it just gives the full, the radius is equal to half of the diameter across this distance. So it will always put a tangent circle on there. Okay. Next, you'll see this extrusion 4. It's listed as suppressed, which means that the model acts as if it's not even there. So we need to unsuppress it. So you're going to right click on this, go down here, and unsuppress it. Now this shows up. The reason for this is we're going to connect these two. Right now you can see that they're not connected. So I'm going to create what's called a face fillet, and that is this one. And this connects two faces. So you're going to click the cylindrical face here of the one you just unsuppressed, and click the full round over here. Now that is too big of a number. You'll see we haven't typed in a number yet. It automatically put in this number. We're going to change it to 0.375, and it'll be much smaller. So this can be very useful if you need to connect two surfaces. I'll hit OK. Now we're going to do this in this specific order because this face fillet would have been affected otherwise. So we're going to, I right-clicked to get this little mini menu up. So sometimes students like the mini flyout menu rather than these up here. You can click fillet here, or you can just click here and say repeat the command. So it'll bring up the fillet window again. And we're going to pick two edges, which is just this outside edge and the bottom one here. And now it's going to be 0.125, a little smaller. And that's it for the fillets. Now the only thing left, make sure your part looks like this. The only thing left is we're going to chamfer the two ends of this part. So if you look at the picture, you'll see that the fillet is a rounded feature. And it sort of shows you in the preview, whereas if you can see it in this picture here, it's a squared off corner. Or you can see it in this picture as well. I'm going to click that. So it wants you to first pick this edge to chamfer. So I'm going to click that. And right now, this option, there are three different options. This option assumes that the distance, so imagine this is a triangle that's getting cut off. It's assuming that the distance of both legs of the triangle is the same. So it's going to give you a 45-degree angle of a taper. So I'm going to put in 0.125 here and hit OK. And it's hard to see from this angle, but it is now rounded off, or not rounded, but angled off. You can see that. And I'm going to right-click and say repeat chamfer again. This time, instead of this, we don't want a 45-degree angle this time, so we're going to pick this option, which allows you to type in both the distance and the angle. So I'm going to pick the face first. And once you've picked the face, you'll see that now it'll allow you to pick the edge. So if this is still red for you, it's not going to work. That means it's still waiting for you to pick the edge. So I pick the edge, and now we want what are the numbers? Sorry. 0.25 and 60 degrees. And now you can see that this side's chamfer is a much shallower angle than this one. So this is a 45-degree angle and this is a 60-degree angle. And that is all you have to do with this part. You can save this now in your drive, make sure it's in your drive, and have me sign off on that, and we are done.